V6 A4 is looking a little bit better, still looks like crap. That's not the focus. The focus is on the B8.5 and the B8 Audi A4s. Before I get straight into this video, be sure to subscribe, click the like button, click that notification tab, and follow me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat so you can be in contact with me and see more of my updates on this project car and this other car that I'm working with right now. This video is also sponsored by ECS Tuning, which you could buy some pretty cool OEM aftermarket performance looks tunes for your Audi, BMWs, Volkswagens, Porsches, and even Mini Coopers. Anyways, this video is basically explaining the pros and cons of owning a 2009 to 2016 B8 and B8.5 Audi A4s. And this is how it's going to go. The B8 A4s are from 2009 to 2012. The 2009 is kind of weird because they do have the B7s in 2009s, which is the Audi A4 Cabriolet, which is an older one than what the B8 looks like, and then the 2013, which is the facelift, which is with the aggressive headlights, the xenons, is from 2013 to 2016 Audi A4s. And I love the car. I just have to say, I love Audi, I love this car, but there's also a lot of downfalls and a lot of pros and cons with this video. And because I'm an Audi fanatic, it's kind of biased at the same time. Not really, but here it goes. So, I have this standard base 2013 Audi A4 front-wheel drive CVT, and I got this car back in February 2015 for $28,000, back when like these cars were pretty relatively new at the time, especially with those nice headlights. And the car had about 20,000 miles. And back then, like when I got in high school, like a lot of people were just so astonished because I had one of the newest like cars in high school at the time. Despite the other people had like Porsche Panoramas and whatever, those were their parents' cars, etc. or rich family. Anyway, this is my own car, and I love the car. I didn't know anything about cars. I didn't know that front-wheel drive CVTs were just horrendous. I can't believe Audi cheaped out on a front-wheel drive CVT. It's just surprising. Like, they should have just stuck to all Audis being quattro, in either having the DSG transmissions, an S-tronic, or even a Tiptronic. But no, they put a CVT. CVTs have no gears. There's fake gears, quote unquote. There's really no gears in the car, but that's the main reason why BMW has overpassed the Audi A4 lineup, like the BMW 320i or the 320i, whatever, the 3 Series. Just keep it at that, because BMW, like, what is it with their number system? Audi A4, A5, A6 is so simple. I think Audi's probably the only simplest car company in the world who does their naming scheme so simplistic. German engineering? Anyways, so that's the main issue with the cheaped out front-wheel drive A4s, is that the performance is horrendous, it's not the best, but at the same time, I love the way it handles, not bad for a front-wheel drive, and it's base luxury. So like, it's 2018, a lot of teenagers, especially in high school, who are looking to get a really good car to flex in, they find these Audis, the A4s. I suggest to stay away from the front-wheel drives and get the Quattro with the Tiptronic transmissions, because those are just much more reliable, have lesser known issues than what I'm about to explain with most A4s, B8, B8.5, and they're pretty cheap. I could find a 2009 to 2016 between $20,000 to $10,000, which is pretty, $10,000 to $20,000, which is pretty good. Anywhere from 20,000 miles to 150,000 miles, and that's pretty good deal. It's not bad. It's a good car, it's a great car, reliable, but here's the thing. It's a cheap car to buy, but remember, tires, wheels, oil, transmission flush, coolant, all this other stuff, maintenance. The car requires money for that. Like, you need to have money. If you buy the car, you need to know what you're getting into, because it's going to be pretty expensive. Apart from that, I love the car for the most part. The interior is basic. I have the basic premium package. The basic package, yeah, you guys know. It's of course a project car, so right now it looks like trash. But what I really hate about this car is the MMI 2G system, which I will show you a video here, what it looks like. And it's basically a really cheap version of the MMI. Like, they added Bluetooth to the car, but they didn't add Bluetooth music streaming to this car. That's pretty pathetic how they incorporated one thing, but if you want to have the other thing, you need to buy the navigation package, which they included this button for no apparent reason. And when you click it, it will just say button not in use or cannot be used, because it just shows that Audi could have installed everything in this car but decided not to back in 2013, 2012, and so on. That's the only like issues I have with the car, so I had to get a third-party adapter that goes into the Audi glove box, and I used the iPod connector and connected a Bluetooth dongle to the iPod connector so I could play music wirelessly and Bluetooth from my phone. I apologize for the mess. Another main flaw is with the rear seats. Back in 2006, 7, 8, whatever, the older Audi A4s, the B7s, had foldable rear seats standard. And when the 2009 to 2016 Audi A4 lineup came out, those became an option that you had to pay for. So that's one issue I had with this car. So I removed the rear seats. I will provide a video on how to exchange your non-rear foldable, the foldable rear seats to actual foldable rear seats. And because my car did not have foldable rear seats, and if the car ever died and I had to use the manual unlock on the driver's side door, and I wanted to get to the battery, which is in the trunk, you gotta tug this wire, which is located under the rear seats of this car, in order to lift the trunk up, and in order for you to get access the battery and jump start it and then replace the battery if that ever happens. Sorry to burst your bubble if you're in the market for an Audi A4 and you found a really good deal and it's a front-wheel drive CVT. Stay away from them. I'm not joking. I made that mistake, but at the same time, I could have sold the car and traded it in, but like after putting so much money into this car, having so many memories, sentimental, all this stuff, in the end, if I were to sell the car when it was working, I would have lost more money than just trading it in and getting a new one. So I would save myself more money by keeping it like this than just trading it in. And if you want that performance, go for it. Just make sure it's not a front-wheel drive A4, because it's not really worth the money. You're probably going to be selling the car, or you're going to call it a total loss. Who knows? Depends who the owner is, depends how the driver is. But if you want to add performance, please get the Quattro with the Tiptronic transmission. And if you want an A4 equivalent, get an S4 and you'll be really happy. And if you can't afford an S4 because the insurance is a little bit too high, just get the Quattro A4, trust me. Now that I have talked about prices and the interior and the car overall, let's go into the engine, where there's been a lot of controversy over the years with the 2.0s, the Generation 2 and the Generation 3, which is the EA888 Gen 2, which is in basically all Audi A4s 2009 to 2016, and some 2016 models have the Generation 3, but definitely the 2017 and the newer Audi A4s have the Generation 3 2.0s, as well as the 2015 Audi A3 2.0s have the Generation 3 2.0. Ugh. So, with the Generation 2, there was a lot of known issues with, first of all, the timing tensioner, which is this, would fail, and it would cause the timing chain to go off sync, to get off sync, and that's what happened with my car. But apart from that issue, I also had a lot of oil leaks. It was just leaking oil from the timing cover, the valve cover, the head gasket. It was just leaking oil everywhere. I got that fixed, but my car was done for by the time it was too late. Another issue is with all 2.0s, even the Q5s, 2014 Q5s, pretty much any 2.0 affected in the market, the water pump that used to go right here, it would crack, it would cause leaks. It was just horrendous. There's been a couple recalls on this car with the timing tensioner, the timing chain, the oil, the water pump, and a few other things in the car. And that's pretty much what I've experienced. And because my car was not only heavily modified and because I pushed my car to the limits, and because I ran out of warranty, I was kind of screwed over by Audi, because this happened before the the recalls and the Class A law auction lawsuit against Audi for these issues. And basically, my only safe bet I have right now is to get my car running back on the road, and then recover all the receipts I put into fixing this car, which is gonna be about $10,000 plus, because I'm going all out. I'm not putting a KO3 turbo in. I'm putting a 60 trim turbo in it, and I'm going all out with meth injection, high octane gas, better fuel pump, better fuel injectors, all this other stuff. So yeah, there it is. This is my car. And let's see if I could figure out anything else with the car. No, not really. I love the car. I really love the car, but at the same time, I hate it. And if you were to get a B8 or B8.5 A4, please get a Quattro, the all-wheel drive that comes with the Tiptronic transmission standard. Just do yourself a favor. I didn't know anything when I was in high school about this car, and I got this car because my dad had a 2012 Audi A4, brand spanking new, and he added 130,000 miles to it, and the car was running great until like 2015 or so, where the power steering failed, the turbo was blown, the turbo seal, the wastegate. I back on the car, it had all these codes, and like my dad got sick of the car. He sort of fixed most of those issues, and he's like, I'm done with this car, and he sold it, and now he got himself a 2014 BMW 328i, and he loves that car a lot better than the Audi because he didn't have to deal with so many issues. And yeah, like you gotta be really careful, like when you buy this car. Like you need to have money in reserve savings, which is an issue I had with this car, because this car ate my savings account. I had enough money, but when issue after issue after issue, oof, all my savings were gone. I love the car, but I hate it, and that's the reason why I'm rebuilding this car to make it into a really reliable car. I'm putting either a new engine in it, a Generation 3 or Generation 2. I don't know, but I am talking to companies like APR, Integrated Engineering, to use their engine crates so I could install in my car, but that's thousands and thousands of dollars. Remember, this is a project car, and I have this car right here. It's a 2002 Audi A4 1.8T. The car is amazing. I love it. Rebuilt motor. The car drives perfect. Of course, it looks like crap, and that's what I'm trying to do, is fix it. And because I'm trying to fix it, and once I fully fix it, once I actually remove the wrap and be able to afford a real paint job, I could then get a new bumpers for the front and the back, and sell that car. Once I sell this car, the money will go to in rebuilding this motor and converting this front wheel drive into a Quattro, and taking out the transmission of this car and either replacing it with the DSG. Hopefully that is possible, from the 2013 Audi S4 DSGs into this car. If not, I could probably use the standard Tiptronic transmission, the Quattros, which are much more reliable than the CVTs. I probably may have missed a few other things with this car, but I don't want to keep you guys any longer in this video. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was useful for you guys, especially for a bunch of teenagers who are in the market for this car. Just do yourself a favor, get the Quattro, forget about the front wheel drive. You'll save yourself the trouble, trust me. Anyways, keep subscribing, keep supporting, keep sharing. Like this video, dislike, I don't really care. It's your opinion on your voice on about this video. Anyways, follow me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat. Peace.